Hey guys, I want to talk about Oscar Wilde. So I think Oscar Wilde has an amazing life story, and also he's just a fantastic writer. He was born in 1854. He died in 1900. Wilde was born in Dublin, and he was the son of a distinguished surgeon. He graduated from Trinity College in Dublin and settled in London in 1878. While at Trinity College, he majored in classical studies. He was a brilliant student. He was passionate about art. He was passionate about, literature, writing, all sorts of things. He became a pretty well-known writer, a very, very well-known writer pretty quickly. And he also became known for a couple of other things. Mostly he's known for his sort of witticisms that show up in his writing, but also he was known as a witty conversationalist and was very well received socially, like in England. People loved him. They wanted him at their parties. He was a very popular writer, but just a really popular person. He was also really known for his eccentric dress. He always wore a green carnation. He always wore velvet knee breeches. He was just very eccentric in the way he appeared. So his writings were all the rage. He excelled in a variety of genres. He wrote novels, poets, he wrote plays, as we were reading, poems rather, and then he wrote plays. The play that we were reading, The Importance of Being Earnest, was one of the plays that he wrote later. And there were sort of 4 plays that he wrote in the 1890s, in 1892 to 1895, that were just increasingly more and more popular. And The Importance of Being Earnest was, I think, one of the last, or the last. And these plays all had kind of a similar thing in common in that they were often sort of making fun of those early Victorian values, laughing at the Victorians and how they took themselves so seriously. So definitely look for that. You'll see a lot of that in The Importance of Being Earnest. So now you've learned the sweet and fun part of Oscar Wilde's life, so let me tell you how it ends, because it's not so good. So although he was married and had 2 children, Oscar Wilde was in a relationship with a young poet named Alfred Lord Douglas. And in 1895, this relationship came to light, in part because Douglas's father, the Marquis of Queensberry, found out about it. And he was like, I don't know about my son and this poet. So the relationship came to light, and the Marquis of Queensberry accused Oscar Wilde of homosexuality, which was a big deal back then and was illegal. Wilde did this really crazy thing in return. I'm not sure why he did it. He sued the Marquis of Queensberry for libel, basically saying, "You're lying." So they went to court, and the Marquis of Queensberry, pulled out letters Oscar Wilde had written, no, not lying. So Oscar Wilde was arrested and convicted of homosexuality, and this was a criminal offense. He was sentenced to 7 years imprisonment with hard labor. His entire reputation was destroyed. His wife left him. I'm sure his children never talked to him again. I don't know if that's totally true, but everything went bad. Everything went bad. He spent 2 years in jail from 1895 to 1897. When he left jail, he was divorced, bankrupt, had no friends in the public, and he moved to Paris. He changed his name to Sebastian Melmoth, and he died there in 1900, and he's buried in Paris. Womp womp. Very sad. Go read The Importance of Being Earnest. It is not sad, it's hilarious. Enjoy it.